Thank you, Haley. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about SQL Ledger and how to integrate it with Pentaho. So, to start with, let me introduce SQL Ledger. SQL Ledger is an enterprise resource planning application which is open source. I'm going to use it today to simulate a company that we sell model cars or model cars and motorcycles. This company is called Steel Wheels. And for people who have worked with Pentaho before, they may be familiar with Steel Wheels. So let me just logging in, and let me show you a little bit about SQL Ledger. So here in SQL Ledger, it's a very basic ERP system. We have a comprehensive set of options on our left screen, and the idea of this exercise today is to use Pentaho to keep SQL Ledger and another operational data source synchronized. The second part of this exercise today will be to use the general ledger functionality in SQL Ledger to generate an accounting dimensional model, and then we're going to use that dimensional model in Pentaho, in the Pentaho user console. So let's get started with a basic introduction to SQL Ledger. So as I said before, we're going to work in a company that is called Steel Wheels. Steel Wheels has a warehouse which is located in Shenzhen, China. Let me just put it here. And from these warehouses, we're going to ship all over the world. So this is in one now. One of the first challenges we have with SQL Ledger, and one of the first requirements, is to keep our customers and products synchronized with our operational data source. This is a very common requirement when we work in e-commerce. We either may use our e-commerce platform as the source of truth, or SQL Ledger as the source of truth. So we're going to use in this moment another data source, which is going to be Steel Wheels as our source of truth, and from there we're going to just populate the data here in SQL Ledger. So here we're going to see our customers here. So if we click here, we see all our customers. These customers are coming from our Steel Wheels database, the one that is shipped with Pentaho. So this is all our customers. Each customer has its own city, its own country of origin, and the person who is related to it. One of the caveats is that the Steel Wheels database is not supposed to be an operational data source. It's supposed to be a data map. I am using it as source because I just want to do a little bit of reverse engineering. And because of that, we're gonna see like some of these empty fields that may not be populated, which is all right for this exercise. So we have our customers here, and another important point, they may be treated as parts or assemblies, depending on the product. So if we see a part is pretty much any good that we purchase in order to be resell later. And an assembly is something that is a product that is manufactured, that requires the other parts in order to be created. So in this case, we're going to simulate that we are going to use we're going to resell parts. We're going to resell these toys, these model cars. So if I come here to reports, I continue, I can see all the products, all the different model toys that we're going to resell. This table, as I said before, is coming from the steel wheels data source. Now the question is, the first part of the exercise, I'm going to say, okay, I imported all of these from steel wheels. How did I do it? So the tool I used for this was, let me just show you here. Use a spoon, it's this one. So it's a very simple ETL. One of the, this is for customers. Something to highlight in the ETL is the return the auto-generated key field. So we have this target table, which is customer. This customer was of this part of the customer information. Yeah, this customer is going to return me this temporary primary key, this auto-generated key, and based on using this auto-generated key, I'm going to populate this transaction ID here in the address and the contact table. It's very simple. I use a very simple well to populate, which is truncate and populate. Of course, we can do it. We can use insert update. That would be, or another type of change data capture strategy. But in order to keep this as simple as possible, I'm gonna just use this. We can improve this later on. Same for copy products. So we just get all the products from the steel wheel source, and then we just put it here in the database. This is our products. So here is how we keep our customers and products synchronized. Very simple. When we go here and we just go, for example, to product, let's go here to products, to parts, we'll see our products. All right. Now, something important with SQL Ledger is like it let us set up our chart of accounts. So we have here our chart of accounts. So at the moment, I have already set up these to have our steel wheels inventory and our here we have our COGS was here, yeah, from our resold products. I'm going to show an example of how this works. So at the moment, we just go here to reports, and we have 0. Yeah. So we're going to start playing with this. Just go here to insert. We're going to add a new transaction. So this is going to be an open transaction since steel wheels. The first transaction was in January 2003. I'm gonna just change this transaction to 1st of January 2003, and I'm gonna use this as opening balance, and this is gonna be the opening balance for steel wheels. So it's gonna be here the opening account balance. So this account here is from the assets. It's an assets type account. This one is an equity type account. So I'm gonna use here as the opening balance $1 million here, and here in equity 1 million. 3, yes. Okay. So at the moment, if we go here to report the chart of accounts, we will start seeing how our assets and our equity seems to move. Yeah. And the next step here is, okay, we have this ready, and I'm gonna order. Okay, we have already some stock. I'm going to create an order, a sales order. So if I go here to order entry and go here to sales order, I'm gonna use here a transaction. So I prepare this sales order. This sales order is coming from the Pentaho sample data, and this is the sales order number 10100, and it has these products. So let me just put this here in a way that I can load this too. So the customer is this one. I die-cast. Let's put it here. The future date. It's gonna automatically identify me. It's gonna say that this customer has a credit limit of $1,400. So right, the order date is important. Order date is on 6th of January 2003. So here, 6th of January 2003. Okay, so I'm gonna skip this transaction, and this is required by 13th of January 2003. I'm not going to specify any type of shipping at the moment, and the three elements that we're going to include here are the product code S183969, updated, okay. Didn't find it. Let me use the name. 14. Let me set this one. Let me find the part. Let me see if this part exists. Probably mine. Let's see here. Apparently doesn't exist. Just see here. Plot number this one. All right. Apparently didn't. S18. Okay, let's use this one. Doesn't have to be a problem. Let's move this one here. So here, yeah, here, date. Nice. Oh, it has a space. Okay, good. Let me see if the next one exists here. Gonna insert it here. Update. Good. And okay, the first one, the quantity is 50, and the second one, the quantity is 30. Okay, let's just keep that as it is because we are running a little bit out of time. So we create the order. Yeah. So if we come back here to reports and sales order, we're gonna say that our order is there. However, this order for $6,000 doesn't appear still in our chart of accounts. Yeah. Why? Because it just has go through the order process. Now we need to make this. We need to convert this order and ship it, and then invoice the customer for this. So let's assume we're gonna get to this order, and we're gonna say we already shipped this. The moment we update this, we say we ship 50 of these Porsche model cars and one of these four toy cars, and we save it. In this moment, this order appears to be as shipped. After doing this, something that before doing that, we should have a create a sales invoice. Yeah. So this customer has an account with us, has a credit limit of $1,400. This transaction just $6,100, so it's perfect. So I'm gonna record this here in debtors, which now is going to be recorded in our chart of accounts. So this is the moment where our order becomes or appears in our chart of accounts. So if we come here to our account receivables, and we see the reports and we see the transactions, we're going to see this invoice here. We go to the chart of accounts, we're going to see this. Beautiful. Now, until here everything is alright with SQL Ledger. Next step is I want to have this chart of accounts from steel wheels, and I want to visualize it in Pentaho. So for doing this, I have created this dimensional model, yeah, which is made up of an account, has a chart of accounts, it has a date, it has a category, it's an account type, and a transaction type. It's very simple. We could add a balance, and you see that last not empty. We can add a other type of information here, but just for the sake of this exercise, we're going to just leave it as it is. Now, I already published this. Before doing that, and this is another interesting part of this exercise, is how did I populate from SQL Ledger to this dimensional model. So I use this transformation here. So this transformation gets the data from use SQL Ledger as data source, and we're going to populate our dimensional model. So we get the data from this, which is the chart of accounts. Yeah. We get the data from our transactions, and we just push them in our model. Now, let's play with this. If we go here to Pentaho, and let me just refresh. Okay, I'm going to create a new analysis, a new analyzer report. So we have our accounting data warehouse. Okay, so we have 1 million of opening capital, opening balance, and we have one transaction for $6,000, which is in our accounts receivable. It hasn't been paid yet, so we want to see that here. So here we have our different accounts. Yeah. So we have our account types: assets, equities, liabilities. So equity and expenses. Sorry, this is not equity. And now we're going to use this transaction type and the amount. Excellent. So this is what we got from our data source. Something is, this is all data. I'm going to rewrite this one. Okay. Good. Let me clean out the cache. Reopen it. We have our category description. We have our transaction type and our account. Excellent. It should be balanced. There's something here that doesn't look good. Just something that doesn't look good. So if I come here, let's see columns. These two. This one has one extra one. All right. Okay, there is something that has to be reviewed here in this transformation. The idea was to have this. We can see this, and we can filter using our data. So we want to see how is it going for 2003. Don't tell me I don't have 2003. So this one is showing you pretty much, because at the end this is double entry accounting. We should have a balance in these two, but yeah, there should be something there. All right, that's it for today.